are set to rise even further throughout next year. Homeowners could struggle to make mortgage repayments next year amid soaring interest rates and falling prices. That's according to the Royal Institute of Chartered Surveyors.
Well, mortgage rates have risen above 6% compared to 2.35% last year. Meanwhile, the number of inquiries from potential home buyers has fallen for a fifth month in a row in September.
This all comes as the Bank of England says the number of households struggling to pay their mortgages could rise to levels not seen since the 2008 global financial crisis if interest rates and living costs continue to soar.
Well, for more, let's speak to the Company Director of DM Financial Services and Mortgages, Nicola McKenzie. Good morning to you, Nicola. What's your assessment of the picture then at the moment for borrowers, for people wanting to, remortgage at the moment or perhaps get on the property ladder for the first time?
The sad reality is, of course, most of us homeowners across the country will be facing some significant increases to our mortgage payments because of everything that's happened. A lot's gone on over the last few weeks, and that is going to hit our pockets, is the reality of things.
Can you give any optimism to those who are trying to get a mortgage, or indeed or even people who are trying to sell their house?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, rates are obviously a lot higher than what they were even just going back a few weeks ago. I do think that the next 18 months are going to be quite tricky for a lot of people. But again, in terms of adding a little bit of positivity into things, I think it's just about making sure that you're getting the right advice when you do come to remortgage, and also making sure that you get in there early to review your mortgage situation. But again, the reality of it is that you are not going to be able to get the rates that you would have gotten even going back a few weeks ago, let alone a few months back, which is very unfortunate.
Talk that, some people may face repossessions and things we haven't necessarily heard about for a long time. 1.7 million people, I was reading this morning, are going to need to refinance their existing deals in the coming year alone. So a lot of people will be affected by this.
Absolutely. I hope that inevitably some people will perhaps be facing repossession at some point, because at the end of the day, some people's mortgages are going up not just by 10, 20, 30 pounds. We're talking a few £100 a month in many cases. And some people just simply will not be able to afford that level of increase. But I'd like to think for the majority, making some cutbacks to monthly outgoings, things still will remain affordable for most people, hopefully. But again, the one thing I would say is that there are ways and means that people can look at outside of, facing repossession to keep their payments lower. So again, we've been advising clients, there are things that you can think about, such as extending your mortgage term. That can help to keep the payments much lower. Again, if you've historically made overpayments on your mortgage, then your lender may be open to allowing you to make underpayments that won't affect your credit rating. So they're just a couple of examples that can help people to deal with the situation. But of course, I would just say, make sure that you are getting advice to make sure that you are looking at the right solution for your circumstances.
Are you seeing a slowdown in terms of the number of people that call or come through the door?
We're actually not at the moment, no. We are still incredibly busy as a mortgage company. What we are finding, though, is that, again, we've sat down with clients perhaps 6 months ago and told them that to borrow, a few £100,000 might cost them £1,500 a month, but they've now found a property and all of a sudden those payments have gone to £2,100 or £2,200 a month. And for some people, that's just pricing them out to the point where they're thinking, I'm not really comfortable to commit to that level of monthly repayment. So it's more people we're starting to see people being priced out as opposed to demand slowing, for us personally here anyway.
Interesting distinction. Thank you very much. Fascinating to get your insight this morning. We do appreciate your time. Nicola McKenzie, Director of DM Financial Services and Mortgages.
No worries.
And as ever, if you want to get involved with the conversation that we're having, let us know. Are things really as bad as they seem, or are they as reported? GBviews@gbnews.uk. It is 6:18. Let's bring you up to date with what else